And he shows up and he like comes in and literally this guy threw $3,001 bills on me.
Oh my!
Where the fuck do you get $3,001?
He probably had it in his house already.
So, but like trying to like finagle these $1 bills off of the stage and everything like that. I almost wish he didn't. I
Like,
almost wish
you could have had hundreds or like,
you
know
could
what I
have like
mean?
They didn't broom it up for you or sweep it up?
they were all up in it.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Hi, this is Taylor, guys.
Good
Taylor's our
morning.
guest.
Oh,
Good
yes.
morning.
Monday morning, and I'm
is
here
perfect.
with these ladies.
I know, right?
Oh, and we're drinking.
Yeah,
So-
and we're drinking.
That is what we call a Monday morning special.
Exactly. So we are drinking. Oh, what's your favorite drink? Before we start, we're going to talk about that a little bit.
Well, what's your vibe right now?
Yeah.
My vibe right now, okay, I love Jameson. I'm a Jameson girl. And
Yes.
I usually do it with like Red Bull or Diet Coke, but I'm trying to slim it down. I'm trying to get pretty for the summer. I think it's too late, but it's fine.
Stop it.
There's
Stop
always
it. You're
next
gorgeous.
summer.
Okay, so here's yours.
Thank you.
And then so we made, you know me and whiskey, like, but for
scared
you,
for you
Taylor,
right now.
I will. For you, I will.
I do.
So
Cheers.
cheers. Cheers.
Air cheers.
Air cheers. It works too.
Sippy, sippy.
In a mug.
Yeah. See, like that's the ASMR coming out in you.
Yes. It sounded good, guys.
Go.
Hopefully you liked it. Of course, I had to do a slurping sound. My bad. I know. You guys know me by now, I feel like, and I just turn everything into a dirty joke. So, Taylor, tell us a little bit about your background. How long have you been a bartender? All the good things.
Yeah, or how it started. Give us a
Yeah,
little
how it started.
bartending.
It all started at this. I was 21, and I had like my go-to bar. It literally was a hole in the wall. It had like the roof was falling through it. Okay,
The best ones ever, right?
it was like my bar that I went to,
Mm-hmm.
and like I got in. I made friends with like all the bartenders, and then there's this one in particular, and she kind of took me under her wing, and like I started off with just doing like little things, like dishes, taking out her trash for her, and like kissing her ass. Totally. I was like, please teach me how to bartend. I want to be like you.
Right.
Yeah, and so she eventually like we kind of just went from there, and I started bartending. And
How old were you?
I was 21.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So you were like,
Nice and early.
Oh yeah,
Nice
I
and
was like
early.
right there. Like I was going to this bar before I was 21. I'm not gonna name any names.
We're not naming names.
Yeah, but I loved it. It was like in my little hometown. It was like the place to be at.
Hey guys, if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that button and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming episodes. Cheers.
Any given night. It was so much fun. So it was really cool, and I went from there, and I started going to different bars and like going to like LA and bartending out there, and it just took off. So yeah, I've been to like all sorts of bars in my past.
All of them. From
All of
dive
them. All of them.
bars, class bars,
I mean,
sport, yeah.
if we know anything about Taylor, and she,
I get around.
No, I didn't say that.
It sounded
I did
like
not
you were gonna
say
say
that.
it. She said
I
it
meant
for
like
you.
you've been like you're very experienced in bars and like things.
Alright,
I wasn't
that's
trying to be
sounded
all
any
like
better.
I'm very
like,
experienced.
not in a bad way, but just never mind.
Melissa can't
she
help
just
herself.
fucking did it.
Yeah, let's just say I'm well seasoned.
There
I'm
we
well
go.
seasoned.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Okay. Well, so you've been in dive bars, yes, all the bars, all the stuff, everything. You've been like modeling. I'm sure, I don't know where you've met your connections, if it was like through the bar industry or if people just like have found you, but you've been like kind of.
Yeah, I did actually. So I was doing an event out in Huntington Beach, and I kind of got like what is that, like, recognized or whatever?
Discovered,
out there. And it started with, like, Black Flies, then it went to Solon, and then it was, like, Moonshine Bandits, and all kinds of stuff. So it's cool.
That's so cool.
That's cool. I know. I've seen her modeling,
Right?
like, stuff, like, pictures she's done. I'm like, oh, my God. Those
hot
are
ass
so
bitch.
good.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Shout out
good.
to Moonshine Bandits.
Hey, right? We have to.
Love you guys.
That's awesome. It's so good.
Such good photos, too. So
Yeah.
good call.
Okay, so
So she's worked here, like she's worked at the nightclub bar,
Yeah.
and she's worked at the sports bars that we have too, and she's worked like all around the area too. So she's like been
So we know
around.
you have
Everyone
stories.
knows her.
Oh my
know
God.
you have stories.
Where do I start?
I know. So this is literally what I'm racking my brain around.
So she has like some stories like from like crazy stories from like early on, like in LA and stuff like that.
Okay, let's start
And-
with one of those. Maybe LA story.
LA. That is seriously, there's
It's a whole other
there's
world.
like a whole walk of like different lives out there. Like
Yeah.
there's just,
No, for real, I agree.
Shit is crazy out there. Yeah, so there was this one guy I remember one time. He wanted to pay me to pretty much dominate him and like have him like suck on my toes and all kinds of weird stuff. He wanted me to like step on these bananas, and it was so specific. And it was like the gross. Okay, this guy,
Bananas?
if you can imagine him, he was like the creepiest, like
my God.
slimiest, old, ugly dude. It was typical. Like you would
who you
expect
imagine.
him
Like
to ask
cringy.
you.
Like
yeah.
cringy? Okay.
You would expect this motherfucker to ask you to step on some bananas for him and squish him in between. And like the details, he was like, I just want to see the squish in between your toes. I want to just see it all come out. And I was like, ugh, how much? How much?
How much? I know. I was like, okay, so how much? How much? Holy shit.
How much? Bikini? What are we talking here?
Oh my
Right?
God. So
Like,
what
do
did
I
you
have to
say
show any
him?
other body part besides my
All right,
toes and the
first of all, the
bananas?
thought of a banana squishing between my toes sounds absolutely horrible. It sounds
It's actually really nice. I don't
Is
know
it?
from experience or anything.
She fucking did it. Don't let her fool you.
okay, done. Okay, done.
It's like a spa day almost.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Okay, now I might have to try
Okay,
it.
so wait, what else did he ask
You
you
guys
to
are all
do?
gonna go home and squish bananas.
I know,
have
and
a
then I'm
couple
gonna
on the
post it
counter.
online, guys. Find my only feet.
Oh, my only feet, yeah.
Or whatever the fuck it is, feet finder.
Yeah, so, but he would come in all the time and he would, like, tip me, like, he would get, like, one drink and tip me $100, $100,
Oh my God,
$100.
that's amazing.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what, this guy's really serious about
Yeah.
his feet. And, you know, like,
Right? Like he totally had a foot thing.
Oh, for sure. But
You have
in,
really
like,
cute feet too.
Yeah.
You really do. So
Literally.
oh, thank you.
both
Yeah.
of you do. Very easy.
So what was he tipping you? Like, typically?
So he would just come in and have like, oh, and you know, the guy's a freak if he's drinking White Russians and bringing his own milk in. Okay.
His own milk?
He would,
Why?
I swear to you, we would have to write his name on these gallons of milk, and it would just collect in our freaking drop downs. Like it would collect. We had like 5 gallons of fucking milk with
with his name on it because he wanted
with
his
his
fucking
name
White
on
Russian.
it, and nobody was to touch that fucking
Oh,
milk. Nobody.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, super weird. So eventually, after he groomed me, I'm gonna call it groomed because
Oh god.
It's a thing, dude. It's
Okay,
a
okay.
thing.
Well, I want to hear this. Okay.
Well, you said he was tipping you fat, so like
yeah, exactly.
obviously,
yeah.
like you're
So-
gonna let him groom you just a little bit.
Oh well, I mean,
Low-key.
is it grooming if you're willing? I mean,
Well, you know, really.
I mean, you gotta make your money, honey.
so yeah, he would
Cheers
come
to
in
that.
all the time, do like it was 1 or 2 White Russians, and tip me like $100 every single time. And then he would like sometimes he would throw out like 200-300, like if he was feeling a little extra saucy that day, whatever.
Okay.
So eventually, I did like exchange numbers with him, and I started sending him these outrageous videos of me just doing the weirdest shit with my feet, and I just
It was like your own little feet finder.
yes, exactly.
One customer, one very good paying
Yes.
customer.
And so I would sit there and I like started catching myself Googling like what do people with feet fetish like? Yeah. And so I would spend hours on Pornhub watching these people rub weird stuff.
Weird shit.
on their feet.
And then you would do it and send it to him?
Oh, absolutely. He was like sending me like outrageous amounts of money. Like it literally would not stop. And he was so obsessed and so in love. And like, I swear, not one picture was sent with my face in it. And it was like he was talking to my feet. Like,
he had a relationship with your feet.
My feet.
I've always been really curious about foot fetishes. Like how does this start?
I've never really met someone that I know of.
I mean, I've had my toes sucked on, but like, I don't know what it's like to.
Even that, I feel like is crazy. Like,
you want to suck on my toes? Okay, like go for it.
Yeah, right.
So you're running out of ideas. You're like, I got to keep going. I got to keep this money coming in. It's a side hustle.
Yeah. So like eventually, I'm like doing these weird videos with balloons and shit.
Did you tie a knot in a balloon with your toes?
No, I was like stepping on these like balloon animal thingies, and oh my god, and like squeezing them in between my toes. First of all, do you know how hard it is to make like animals out of balloons?
You made your own balloon animals?
Yes, I
did it.
Yes,
I did. Yourself how to make balloon animals so you can rub your feet with them.
Oh my
Holy
God.
shit.
No, because
you were dedicated.
Yeah, so and it was like the weirdest thing ever. So he like wanted my feet wet, right? And hear the sound of like my feet scraping against the balloon. Like the
screechy.
Yes. So and it was like the weirdest, like, and I'm like, is this guy actually whacking it off to this shit? Like this is out.
It has to be, right? Like it's not just like
yeah. So
but I don't.
How are you gonna get hard?
So you're gonna either be like obsessed with feet, or you're gonna kill like 20 people.
That part, like
so you felt like you were saving people's lives by keeping them occupied with this guy, no doubt, going out like on a rampage.
For sure. If I didn't share my feet, I guarantee you he would cut somebody's feet off and take
them to his fucking basement and wear them on his face.
So what happened? What was like what drew the line where you're like, okay, I gotta quit, or did he like just disappear?
Yeah. So what transpired into like me just completely like blocking this guy and eventually getting a new job. He would just he would send me messages over and over. Like, I'm not kidding you. Like, so many, like, repeatedly throughout the whole entire day. Like, my phone would go off, like, periodically throughout the whole day, and I would know it was him because I changed my ringtone, like, noise. So, it's like
warning.
I'm like, fuck. And every time I heard that sound, it just, like, it literally drove me so crazy. So, eventually I just blocked him. Yeah. And then he would come in after I blocked him, and he would, like, tip me shitty, and he would act like he didn't know me, like, oh, my White Russian doesn't taste good, blah blah blah, this milk is old, whatever.
Well, bitch, bring me some new milk, because apparently you're the only one that drinks it.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, no, just eventually just kind of like fizzled out, I guess.
But it was good while it lasted.
Yeah. It was good. I made a lot of money off of this guy.
That's good.
You know what? And you cut ties before he
got crazy.
Or started,
and maybe wanted to cut your feet off and hide them in his basement.
That's what I was scared of for a second there. I was like, oh my God, my poor little feet
you never know what people are capable of. I'm just saying.
Yes, I know. Yeah. It's a dangerous world out there.
You never know.
Absolutely, yeah.
I did hear that you had a store, like you met, like, two random like people that came into the bar that had similar stories, like in the same day. Like, okay, yes. So let's talk about that.
Oh God.
Yeah. Okay. It was actually here, and so I was working. I think
the nightclub bar.
Yes. Okay. The nightclub bar. I was working like on a Monday night. It was like totally just out of pocket. Like, it was nothing special about this night at all. It was just, like a regular Monday. I had a little rush when I got here. It was cool. And then I had, and then it like emptied out or whatever. And this guy comes in and he sits right in front of my well. And I'm like, okay, cool. So he like bought shots for us, and we start talking, and we're chopping it up, and he's kind of cute, and I'm kind of getting buzzed, and I'm like feeling it. And he's like, telling me, like, we were talking for like maybe 2 hours, and all of a sudden he's asking me for my number and all kinds of stuff, and he goes and he's like, oh yeah, by the way, my wife died yesterday. I'm like,
Oh
what?
my God. He's brought it up like that?
Yeah, we're
Either the
filming.
sympathy
like,
card
slowly
or
introduce you into that? He just slammed it on you?
No, and what's crazy about this whole thing is you would never be able to tell this guy's wife just died yesterday. Like, he was feeling himself, showing me pictures on his phone of his cars and his, nice little expensive things that he has, and telling me how he went to
I fucking hate men. Sorry, no offense, guys. Just kidding.
He's telling me he has a house on the river and he wants me to go, and we're just gonna have like the best summer together, and we're just gonna do that.
And you guys are meant to be, and then, oh yeah, by the way.
And
oh my God.
yeah, and by the way, my wife died yesterday of cancer.
Oh my God. Did you believe him? Do you think that's true?
I don't. So it was so weird. Like, I
That
literally
would catch me off
stopped.
guard, like, completely. It would, like, kill the whole
Maybe
vibe.
he was in like
wait,
shock or something, and just like
I don't know.
like a traumatic like. Do you know what I'm
There's so
saying?
many questions to that. Like,
I
could it be that?
know.
Could it be his ploy? Could it be like his go-to? That's so bizarre.
I mean,
It's like, is this what you do? You go to like bars and try to
and
pick
tell
up chicks,
right, and
by
I'm like,
saying-
oh, my wife just died. Please comfort me.
Yeah,
Like,
please comfort
that's
me.
so
Yeah.
sad.
Okay, so then get this. So after he goes and proceeds to tell me that his wife died yesterday, I like immediately, I was like in shock, and I was like, why are you here right now? Don't you have like a funeral to plan? Don't you have
Shouldn't
like
you
things
be in
to
bed
be
crying or like
yeah.
just kids?
As soon as he said that, I cut him off. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, water here on out. I'll get. Do you need fries? Do you need
Like,
anything?
anything.
Like,
Can I get you an Uber?
Seriously,
Please,
huh?
it's time for you to leave.
Oh my God.
yeah, this is not fun anymore.
This is not fun
I
anymore.
feel really uncomfortable. Can you leave? So I like cut him off, and he goes and like tells me, he's like, how much is it gonna be to get you to go home with me? And I was like, what? Are you? I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Like,
Taylor, how do you? This is so funny how you get these random. Oh God.
yeah,
Just random
and
shit.
so like it was like a huge ordeal, and I remember looking over at the security guard, and he was already looking at the situation, and he was like, "What do you want me to do?" Well, you know what I want you to do: get this motherfucker out of
Do
here.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And so like finally this guy is like kind of like coming back to his senses, and like he's already had a couple glasses of water, and he's like calmed down. He hasn't really made eye contact with me in a while, so I kind of forget about him, right? Well, I have this other customer come in, and I've seen this guy before. He's came in, hits on every bartender here, and
Yeah.
3 or 4 different girls coming in with him, So he comes in, he sits down, he orders like shots, whatever. He orders his beer and whatnot. And he's like, oh, damn, Taylor, you look so good today. And he starts off with that. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
How drunk are you?
Well, thanks. So right back at you.
You're like, we're making money today.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Please let me forget about the previous customer.
Oh, is that a new pro club you're wearing? Oh my God, it looks so nice on you. Stop.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
And so anyways, like he sits down next to this guy from earlier, like with his wife dying and whatnot. And so they start talking, and it was like it was seriously like a pissing contest. Who could talk about what, and like
Oh my God.
who knows more than who.
Ugh.
So they were going back and forth, blah blah blah, whatever. I come back and I check on him a couple times, and then finally I come back and I'm like eavesdropping on their conversation, and all of a sudden I hear this guy talking about his dead wife again. And then so the other guy goes and says, well, my son died this morning. And I'm like, oh my God.
Wait.
Jesus.
Was that legit though?
Oh, so he was like, yeah, my son died this morning. He got hit by a car. And I
What?
was like, oh my God.
Well, I don't know. This is like really hard to like navigate through for me, because I'm like, I'm like sad, but are these people lying? Like, am
Right.
I like, how do
Like,
I
would
feel?
you lie
Like,
about
how
your
do you
kid
feel?
dying
I
just
could
to like
not.
one up a guy?
Yeah, I could not I did not know how
You
to
can't
react.
lie about either of those things. Like, you know, what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's like so morally
At this point,
fucked
they
up.
both have to go.
And
Like,
I know, like, you
but-
guys know this, like, but usually when, like, you're bartending, you kind of know how to navigate a conversation.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
right? How the fuck do you navigate that
You-
conversation?
You personally are great at navigating any conversation.
Like, you
For
literally
you
don't
to
navigate
get hit
that
like
one, though.
that, back to back, like.
Oh,
what
I was
the hell?
tongue-tied. I did not. I was floored. I had no idea. Like, okay, I could kind of like deal with the whole dead wife thing, but then this guy with his dead, I'm like, I can't. Like,
You're like, am I being
babies are
punked?
involved.
Is this a TV show or something?
Right?
Like, what the hell is
Like,
going
am
on?
I being jinxed? Like, what's it
happening?
called?
And this, I'm not even kidding you. Everybody, like the whole staff, saw what was going on, and they're like, I kept going. I kept running to the back to the kitchen, and I was like, "Guys, help me out. What do I do? What do I say? Like, this is crazy." And they're like, I don't know. You're on your own."
Well, you're the one I would ask.
And then you
for
don't want to be
advice.
like, so are you lying to me, or are you actually telling me the truth about your dead kid? Like that's horrible. Like, you know what I mean? You don't want to like.
Okay, I mean, R.I.P. to.
Oh,
I don't know
Dude,
if
the
it's true or
mysterious-
Like,
not.
cheers
Yeah,
to-
like cheers to that. But
them?
them.
I can't.
I don't know. I
Face.
don't know. It's such
Oh my
that's such a
God.
weird line for me. Like I wouldn't
It
even know how to
is.
react.
It
Like,
totally is.
and then the same day, like poor Taylor, you probably needed a
Yeah.
stiff one that night, and a bubble bath, and the whole.
Oh
like,
my God. I got home and I was just so grateful just to be home and in my own space.
And
I,
not there.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, is Ghost Hunters going to hit me up next? Like, am I like some
like,
kind of.
okay, yeah. So
Yeah, you're
why
like-
of all the nights, of all the days,
Like
of
these
all the
horny-
She's like
Ghost.
she's like a funnel for like the other side. Like
Right.
they're coming through her.
The
like,
poltergeist.
please hang
like,
out
what
with
is
my.
happening?
Oh my
These
God.
spirits around me. Why
Yeah.
are they sending their husbands and fathers to me?
Right. Like,
Okay, universe, what does this mean?
crazy.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God, that's
Okay,
a good
that's
story.
crazy. That
Yeah,
is-
it's wild.
But usually, I mean, your typical, the kind of customers you get are like, obviously, I mean, look at you. They're here to like hit on you, want to take you out,
yeah.
want to date you, and I'm sure you've like had customers
Crazy
date you.
offers, like you've had to have, or have you dated like?
Oh my God. Yeah. So we don't date. Everybody at home, we do not date customers. That is a line that we cannot cross.
Right, and you just reminded yourself of that just about a week ago. So yes, I'm glad. That you're
Yeah.
not.
Yes.
Yeah.
That who will not be named, and usually somebody on here has that. So
Yes. No.
right? Like
Yeah.
one of us has that.
What
so.
gets me though is, okay, you start dating this customer, right? And you know, like you met him through your job as a bartender, but they can't handle it. Eventually, they just start
Lose their
breaking.
shit.
Yeah, start showing up on your shifts every freaking shift, and it's like at first they're like,
Watching you.
"Oh, babe, I want to help you. I just want to help. Like, do you need more ice? Do you need it? Like, do you need me to stock anything for you? This and that." And it's cool, and it's so cute, and it's like awesome. And then,
Oh, I get to hang
yeah,
out.
like
hand me a rag. I'll go take that spill or take your rag
Right.
for you or whatever. Yeah.
And then eventually you catch yourself looking over your shoulder and he's just sitting there staring at you like with these intense eyes like, did you really just get that guy a fucking beer?
I'm doing my fucking job, okay?
Yeah. Did you really just say thank you to that guy over there?
Did you bend over
God.
right there in that way?
Yeah.
Like, did you really do that? Yes, I fucking did, okay?
See, you know,
like,
I did this, and you just remind me of a story. And I had a boyfriend that was at a bar that I was bartending, and he was there drinking or whatever. And I leaned over to a guy that I knew, a customer, like an older guy, and I leaned over. I put my hand on his like forearm, and I was like talking to him because I'm a very touchy feely
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
absolutely.
And so I was like,
Physical.
no, like have my hand on
Yeah,
his
yeah, I
arm.
bet you didn't even
Then
know
I
it was
walked
there.
away, and he's like, "Do you know how long you had your hand on his arm?" I'm like, I'm like, did I even touch his arm? Then I had to remember. Oh yeah, I think I did touch his arm. But he's like, you know what vibe he got from that? Do you understand what you just did? I'm like, no.
Right.
I'm like, he's my friend, and he's
Like,
not
excuse
thinking
me?
anything of it. I'm like. He's like, I can't believe you put your hand on his arm that long. I'm like,
How
I can't.
dare
I
you
can't.
Oh
touch
my
his
God.
forearm?
I know.
my
I'm like, I
God.
wasn't like giving him a back massage.
we always interact like that, though, I feel like.
I'm
like,
really
well, most
touchy,
of us.
though.
Which
Some
is,
people aren't. But
you just,
I-
well,
Oh
when you
my
start
God.
drinking, too, you get a little.
Well, like pat people on the shoulders. I'll like go up and pop people's collars. I'm always like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I don't know. I give hugs.
Everyone's babe, everyone's honey, like,
Baby.
you know, baby, yeah. Like, I
Yeah.
don't.
You just love people too, so you're just like
Yeah.
it's easy. For
Oh,
you to
yeah.
just vibe with people.
So I did. So that's another thing. I called this guy babe because I didn't know his name, and that's just like my go-to. Okay,
Yeah.
anything you want, babe.
do that all the
Whatever.
time.
Like, so, and then he was like, I can't. Did you just seriously fucking call that guy babe? I'm like, Everyone's babe. Like, what do you mean, babe? Like,
Tell me you're insecure without telling me you're insecure.
yeah, right.
Like, legit.
Literally. So,
I can't.
yeah, no customers ever. It's like those things that people say, like, you'll never meet your soulmate in a bar.
Yeah, they do say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, there's that.
So, yes, you can take the word of advice and run with that.
Yeah. Now I know.
Okay, so the guy I met last week that I was calling my future ex-husband is not going to be my future ex-husband.
Wait, you met last week?
Never mind. We'll talk about this later.
Wait, you're not telling me?
I did tell
Is it
you.
the one-
You know what I'm
is
talking
it
about.
The pre-stopped
I want to
one?
know.
Oh, he's not?
No, I don't. Well, I can't find him. So
He
Oh,
disappeared.
yeah, he came in and then just.
It's a little Houdini act.
Yeah, but I just don't. I
They
didn't
kind
know
of
his
had,
name. I only
like,
know his
a-
first name. We
and-
had a moment.
They had a moment, and then he just never showed up again.
Yeah.
Well, hey, that
Well,
was
it's only been a
couple
week.
days
It's only
ago.
been a week,
Yeah,
so we'll
he
see.
could show up again.
Okay, yeah. Like, he could call you.
But he's probably not my soulmate because
Yeah.
I met him in a bar.
Give it till Friday.
Met him at a bar. Give it till Friday. We'll change our mind about this.
Right, we'll see.
Well,
We'll see.
he can slide. But no other
He's probably
people.
gonna be one of those creepy stalkers. Now he's gonna show up like out
Well,
of
he
nowhere.
knows what day you worked. He's probably
He
come back
does.
on that exact day.
All right. Well,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
gonna see. We're gonna let fate determine this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if it's meant to be, it'll be.
There it is.
So have
There
you
we go.
had customers that do anything like for you financially besides I know the toe guy, but I mean have you had people
toe
like you know
We're
like
going to call him the
The
toe
toe
guy.
I mean, offer, you know, like money or like, you know, just take you on vacations or do anything special for you?
Oh, all
or,
the
like,
time. Like, guys always come in and promise the world all the fucking time. They're like, oh, I can do this for you. I could do that for you, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, okay, when the bill hits, they tip like less than 10%.
Yeah. Like, oh, you're about to take care of me on less
honey.
than 10%.
Like, well, there goes that
Honey, like
vacation.
exactly. What the fuck? Like,
I-
okay, I believe
Perhaps
this now.
not.
Right. Perhaps
What
not.
about the car guy?
Oh, the car guy. Oh, yeah. So this guy, he was like one of my regulars, and I actually met him when I was dancing. And so,
Oh, I forgot you were a dancer too.
Oh shit.
yeah, so I met him at the club that I was at, and he would come in all the time, and he would just like throw like hundreds and hundreds of dollars at me, and he would just have me sit there, and everyone would get like pissed off when he came in because they're like, oh, that's like, she's not going to even pay attention to us anymore, this and that, whatever. So I met him at the club
Okay.
that I was dancing at, and you know, he would come in and everyone would get so pissed off because they're like, oh, she's not going to go on stage anymore, because he would just have me sit there
Yeah.
the whole time and we would talk for hours. And I needed money. And this is so this is so bad.
Should happen.
Oh my God. Please forgive me, Lord Jesus. I needed like a certain amount of money to get to Sturgis one year. So I told this poor man, I was like, my car is going to break down. I can't do this. Like, I don't have any like money saved up. And like, it's going to be so-and-so this much and this much or whatever. So this guy, he's like, oh baby, I'll take care of
you.
baby.
I am coming in. Superman is on his way. We'll
Yeah,
find
and
it.
so we like arranged to meet up at the club on like whatever day, and it was like this huge plan, and we like planned it out, and it was like a week ahead of time or whatever, and so like the days came down, whatever, and finally it was like the day. It was like the big day, and I was like. I like did like my makeup extra good that day.
You're like, I really gotta work tonight. Like,
I got a spray
on.
tan. I got all the whole prepping was there. Like I went and got my nails redone, eyebrows waxed, the whole nine. And he comes in, and I was sitting at the club. I was sitting there waiting. I was there for like 4 hours, and I'm like, fuck, he's not gonna come in.
Right.
He's not gonna come in, and I was like so upset. And then finally, like, I'm about to give up. I'm about to start packing my shit and going home. And he shows up, and he like comes in, and literally this guy threw $3,001 bills on me.
Oh my.
where the fuck do you get $3,001 bills?
The
Near the bank.
That's where he was.
I need all these in all these in ones.
This was
There's
like,
an order, like pre-order. He probably had him at his house already.
So, but like
that part.
trying to like finagle these $1 bills off of the stage and everything like that. I almost wish he didn't. I almost wish
you could have grabbed hundreds or like
you could have like
they didn't broom it up for you or sweep it up?
They were all up in it.
Sweeping for days.
Right, yeah.
And then trash bag from the back.
Yeah, and you get your like security that like sweeps up your like little stack of ones or whatever, and he expects to like make 20% off of that little sweep session. I'm like,
you're like, I earned this. You see these eyebrows?
You're like, did you take your fucking clothes off? Did you shake your ass for these ones? Absolutely not. Your broom did not do anything.
You didn't even need one.
Did you tell 20 guys today that you loved them? Right? I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't think so. Okay, so you made like $3,000 that night.
In ones, yes.
So is that how you went to Sturgis? In ones?
So yeah, I actually went out to Sturgis. I made it out there, thank God. This guy came through, and then I bartended out there, and it was totally fun, and it was like super righteous. Like the whole thing was badass. But
super righteous.
It was super righteous.
I haven't heard that word in like days.
I love it.
Yeah, and it was a good time. And I actually shot another Moonshine Bandits music video out there, and it was so cool.
Nice.
Oh, I saw you post one recently, like, but was there like a car, like, and you guys were out on the road or something?
Oh,
like that?
yeah, that's the one we actually shot that one out in Vegas.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
okay.
and that was like my first time meeting them, and they were they were just like really like cool people. I felt like right at home. As soon as I met them, I was like totally nervous. Like I've been in music videos before, but I mean the freaking Moonshine Bandits, like that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, that's a big
deal. Yeah, like I was like in this guy's music video. He like hit me up on Instagram, and he was like rapping about nachos. So
nachos.
Yeah, so I went from Nacho Boy to Moonshine Bandits. Yeah.
Oh, good. Look at you climbing that ladder.
Do you want to be in my nacho
my God.
video?
Yeah, I was totally starstruck, everything, like the whole night, and it was just cool. And yeah, so yeah, it was fun.
Girl.
I love that for you.
Getting it.
No, that is cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no.
Nothing.
Oh no, I thought you were gonna make me pour the shots.
Oh no, I was gonna pour the shots.
Because last time I choked on ice.
Okay, well, I brought a strainer this time. I know you. Speaking of choking,
I forgot about those shots.
Speaking of choking,
Starburst, pink Starburst.
Yes, so we are gonna go out with the pink Starburst.
You don't drink these anymore, or did you ever drink?
Are you gonna do it?
Oh, I love pink Starburst. Yeah,
perfect.
Great. I mean, I never really.
We might look at it. She came fucking. No, I was kidding.
Well, okay.
Here, I got this one.
I made mine too big. Shit.
And there's nothing too big for your mouth, Ron.
You know, I can't even do a blowjob shot out of
As I put ice in mine. As I put ice in mine.
You gave yourself a baby shot?
We're gonna. No, I have to.
Whose mouth is big mouth? That's what I want to know.
Oh my God.
It's between you and Taylor. Let's see who can get their mouth around a shot glass.
I know it's not me. It's not gonna be. My mouth
no.
is so small. Like when I try to, I can't do a blowjob shot. No,
I get lockjaw too. When my mouth is open for too long.
What, did this stay open?
No. Oh,
never.
I heard a story.
No.
Like before we go out, I'm gonna tell the story. So I saw a video of a girl doing a blowjob shot. Like if you guys don't know what that is, you put your mouth over the glass and you have to tip it back and not use hands. She fucking got lockjaw and she couldn't close her jaw after she put her mouth around the shot glass.
Was the
my God.
glass in her mouth?
No, but she could take it out, but then she had to go to the fucking ER and get adjusted. Like they had to pop it back in.
That to the whatever doctors and stuff.
I'm sorry. I was doing a blowjob shot and I got lockjaw.
Blowjob.
Yeah, I was doing hood rat shit with my hood rat friends.
That's exactly how we should. Okay, so we got shots. Here, I'll take the glass too.
Maybe not to
that way we can have one
Switch
hand.
you out there.
Alrighty. Of course, I have the bigger one.
Yes. Of course.
I don't know what you guys are assuming. Cheers to poor decisions.
Cheers.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
Oh my gosh.